Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 1. I'm Zap. This is episode 5. Hi. We are back, and we're hanging out by the hidey hole today. Last couple episodes, we built the base. We got it drained. I talked about moving the nether portal, which I have done. Successfully moved it into the water. Did it off camera. We'll go look at that later. But today what I want to do is get rid of all the stuff in this hidey hole. We got things like the nether wart farm that we need to clean out. I closed off my mining area just because I was doing a little bit of AFKing while I was smelting things. The furnace room needs to be torn down. I can't talk today. The enchanting area. So I want to get everything together or boxed up and start moving things over. So I got myself a few shulker boxes here, and we're going to lay these out. We'll place them all down, I guess, in here for now. And we'll start moving things kind of barrel by barrel. And this will make it a little bit easier for us. We might have to make a couple trips as we got a lot of stuff in our hidey hole here. And finally get the base going. That's the plan. So what I'm going to do is let's see, we'll just start knocking things out like this. And that should have been a full crate or a full barrel. And I'm never going to be able to reach that shulker box underneath the hopper. We'll get it moved. And we'll place all the items like so. So there's one barrel moved, nice and easy. And yeah, that's not going to work. Neither is that one over there. We could knock out these hoppers, but anyway. Let's see. So I've got a few plans with the base. I think we're going to do another slightly temporary setup for all these items just for now. And then we'll work out some kind of storage room in the future. No, not that barrel. We got all kinds of plans. I've been busy off camera while I've been recording these clips, doing some things. Hope to get a few videos recorded while we have some off time and get the base a little more set up. Let's see. Sleep through the night. I have a tendency to not sleep and then get attacked by a bunch of phantoms, which I threw some of that clip in from my live stream, which should be up if you guys want to watch the replay. It should be up by the time this video comes out. It was a lot of fun. We goofed off. I was actually trying to go get more sponges and ended up goofing off more than I found sponges. Typical. I did set up another conduit. You can kind of see it there, so we got 3 in total. All in a line. I think I'm going to hide those a little bit better. But this is the nether portal. We did the same kind of trick with the walls and fence that we did with the main entrance. And this backside, we just kind of fenced it off. I think I'm going to change that out. It gets a little confusing coming through the portal. This has the little gap you can walk through just like my main entrance and step into the portal. The trick was when I built the portal, I had to build this entire frame around the portal itself, and then I had to put a sponge block right down in the middle and get rid of the waterlogged fences and walls. And then we were able to light the portal, and now we have an underwater nether portal. Fancy. So over here in the base, I did put up a little bit of lighting. I think that was after the end of the last clip. And I've got some temporary barrels set up here. So as I knock the barrels down in the base, we can bring them over here. And this will expand our storage a little bit, because what we have in the hidey hole is not enough storage. We got to move all those items over here and then figure out what we're actually going to do with this base. I have some plans, though. Rest assured. Let's see. So I do think I want to move the conduits. It's kind of an eyesore. You can see there. And I think if we build a little room, flood it, and put the conduits inside, just underneath the surface, that would look a little bit better. But we'll get to that. Because I do have plans for the scenery around the base as well. And ooh, my tree grew. That's nice. I do want to get rid of all the sugarcane, the campfire. We'll get rid of all these berry bushes and kind of clean it up. Chop this tree down at some point. Oh, there's a wandering villager over there. Are you coming for your buddy's llamas, dude? I doubt it. Let's see what this guy has for trades. The last one didn't really have much. So this guy's got beetroot seeds, cocoa. The cocoa beans wouldn't be a bad thing, but I can probably come up with those. Oh, if that was red sand, that would be nice. I need red sand. A bucket of tropical fish, lily pad. Nothing too interesting. Maybe take his llamas. Anyway, I'm going to get the rest of the things loaded up, and we're going to move it all over, and I will be back in a minute. Alrighty, it has been a while since we've recorded a clip, but we did get everything moved out. We got the enchanting room, we got the furnace room taken out, we've got the nether wart all taken out. I took the glowstone too. What else? I took my bed area. I closed off the area for the farming just because, I don't know, I was going to close this whole area kind of off, but I don't know. I've got some plans with this little hidey hole, and now it's not a hidey hole, it's just a mine shaft. I don't know. I'm still debating on what I want to do. But I have been busy. I moved all the stuff. I've done some digging, getting ready for the other part of today's episode. So let's jump down in here, and we will try to get in. There we go. So we got some things moved over. You can see it's a little more expanded than the last clip. And here I just have some enchanting items and iron bars for a later project. Got a crafting table set down, smacked a furnace down just temporarily, smelting up a little bit of iron I found. And yeah, I think I'm going to put a smeltery in that cove over there, and I think I'm going to move all of these barrels into this cove over here at some point. We'll see. We'll see. So you can see I got things all kind of organized in here just as I did before. Stone, we got different blocks in different places. All my nether items, nether wart. I did go buy a little bit of end stuff because I needed some chorus fruit. I got some nether quartz in there, put all my totems away. Got a few empty barrels here and there. Wood, stone slabs in there. A little bit of redstone items we've been messing around with. My books, my treasure, materials, the tridents, food in the last barrel. So yeah, we got our stuff moved. It's nice. We are finally home. We got our bed set up that we never sleep in. So anyway, also what I've been doing is working down here. I kind of talked about this, I think, in the last episode where I want to use some of these to pillar underground and make farms and stuff like that. So as we make our way down here, you can see I've dug out a pretty significant area. Excuse me, hiccups. And we are going to build ourselves a little bit of a farm. And I wonder what it's going to be. So I've crafted up a bunch of stuff, observers, pistons, we got some glass, we got some kelp. We're going to make a kelp farm. These farms are a nice passive source of XP that we could use to mend our stuff, as we have spent quite a bit of time mending, and I messed up. So this row is supposed to be a redstone line, but I'm actually going to have to knock it out because I need to put observers in, and they need to face this way. So we're going to go through kind of how we're going to build up this farm, and then I'm going to build it all off camera because it's fun. So I need to put all the observers in like so, and then we can put our row of bricks in with our redstone, and let's move this stuff closer together so it's a little easier. Couple more pieces. Anyway, this passive farm here should support 3 to 4 smokers regularly, which is a nice little income we can AFK and mend all of our tools, because digging this out and digging something else out, another little farm I have, I had to repair both of my pickaxes once and one of them twice. So there we go. Now, in this last little cove here is going to be pistons. But the problem is I need to fill this with water, and I don't have a bucket of water on me. But we'll be filling all of this area in with water, and you can actually waterlog pistons. So to prevent that, I need to go ahead and just put in some temporary blocks for now. And then we can fill this in with some water, place our kelp down, and then I'll punch out those bricks and get the pistons put in. So we're going to build up a glass wall here across the front side, and this is going to be mirrored on the other side. But we're just going to go through one little section first. I need to go grab some water. It's the only thing that I forgot. So it's quite a neat little project. I dug it from the top down. I did some testing in a creative world before I started, and I ran out of blocks, so we're just going to use pistons. And it should work out pretty nice. So we'll just grab a couple of buckets of water here. Another reason I wanted to keep those in the base, I've got infinite water sources everywhere. These pillars could act as a nice waterway. We could dig down to about this piston that I just knocked, Jesus Christ, to where the pistons met the stone bricks, and we could run some water channels underneath the base and back up and have kind of an auto sorting system. That would be pretty cool. So anyway, what we want to do with 2 buckets of water, that's all we need. We can fill in the entirety of this farm, just making infinite water sources. Now, you saw me place one water on the end corner. It's because you want one whole row and one whole side filled in, and then this whole thing will actually fill in with water. And we'll grab a couple of buckets like so. And of course, I forgot kelp. So we'll place one there, we'll place one there. That creates an infinite water source right here. And then we'll place one here. And now as we go down, it'll fill itself in all the way. And on this little 2 wide section, that's not a big deal. But as we get up to the top where it's almost 8 blocks wide, it's going to be a big deal. And there we go. We'll grab some kelp while we're standing here. And so we're going to have kelp on these blocks here. It's a row of 15. Like so. And I'm debating on the... Oops. I forgot I got haste underwater. I'll have to go in there and fix that. I'm debating if I want the sea lanterns in like I have them, or if I wanted to place in some sea pickles. I don't know. We just want a little bit of lighting, so when we look in the farm, it looks cool. And I guess we want to fill all of this in just so nothing spawns in here. There we go. And then we need that. We need the sea lantern. Come on. There we go. And the stone bricks. Alright. So now we can finish punching this out a little more gently, because we have haste while we're underwater due to our conduits. It's another nice reason to put all this stuff underneath the base. And then we will place in our pistons facing forward like so. And that can just go out of the way for now. There. Perfect. So that is pretty much one cell of the farm complete as far as the build. And now what I need to do is add in the water. So we'll grab a couple buckets. Really, I only need one. Place that in. The observers are going to fire every time because I have the redstone hooked up and water is being funny. The way to actually do this would be to not put in the redstone until after I filled this layer in with the observers. So we could do it on this side, but it's still gonna fire. Yeah. We could have, like I said, we should have done it on without the redstone hooked up. But oh well, we'll change that for the next, how many ever layers? There's 6 layers per. So I've got, what is that, 11 more to go? Yeah. There's a lot. And looks like there's still some flowing water. So we'll try to fix it. And there we go. There we go. Boy, this is going to be fun. Yeah, we won't put the redstone in going up from here. But now we basically just need to build up this wall as we go, fill it in as we go with water. And this isn't going to create an infinite source. Nope. So we would need to come along this whole wall instead of the observer tops. So if we place it here, now it spreads out nicely. There we go. So water has a tendency to want to go to the lowest point it can first, if that makes sense, when flowing. So I should have put it along the wall first and then started putting it on top of the observers. So there's our next layer in. So to start heading upwards, what we would do is we would place the kelp on top of the observers. So these kelp farms need to be staggered. If you stack them vertically, makes it nice and easy. So I'm going to go in and complete the rest of these sides and then the other side behind me. And once we get to the top, there's a little bit of trickery to get the water flowing right. So I will bring you guys back in when we start that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so many hours later and many frustrations later, we've got to the top. I actually completed this side because, yeah, things weren't working correctly. So where these signs are, I actually had glass all the way up. And it's dark in here, so let's get the night vision again. So I had glass all the way up till it was just one block below the top. This packed ice was glass, the signs was glass, and we were having a problem with kelp getting stuck on the top. So I took the top layer of glass and put the signs in, and we still had kelp getting stuck. So I put the packed ice in. This way everything flows from side to side, gets picked up by the hoppers, and if it doesn't, which that seems to be getting stuck now. Well, most of this is just sitting in here floating because I don't have this side done. Anyway, it'll just flow back and forth. It's not a big deal. Eventually it'll get picked up by the hoppers. So to do the top section of water, what we need to do is dig out a little bit of an area here. And it's going to get dark soon. So let's get a torch. There we go. And we'll fill that back in. And there we go. That'll give us a way to get out. But basically what we need to do is we need to come in here and start placing slabs in. So these slabs, placing them in the top side like this, will be a waterlogged slab. And this will also allow for us to place water in above this and create a flowing water source to the front, so that it'll mimic the other side, and then we can actually collect the kelp. And then we gotta build some furnace arrays after that. So we'll place all these slabs in. It goes really quick. It's actually not too bad, bobbing up and down once you get a rhythm going. And I know I got more of these. I made way too many. Oh, I thought I was close to the end. Guess not. Right now, or with the signs and the packed ice placed in, I haven't had a problem with collecting the kelp as I did when I first started this farm. There's a lot of trying to figure out what was going on. We'll place all that in, and this gives us a little escape hole so we can place in our last slab. So now we need to punch this out, and we're going to have a little problem with sand. And water's going to flow down and stuff like that. I had this problem when I dug it out and actually put a roof in this thing. And oops, one too many. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place stone bricks at this height here. And then, oh man, that was weird. And then we'll come in later and place the sand back on top of that. Look a little out of place, but not too bad. So now what we can do is we can place a single source of water going along here every 3, so we create an infinite source in the middle, and then we can just go all the way down the top side like so. Now I also, before I get too carried away, I need to block off this little section there. Like I said, water wants to flow to basically the least point of resistance. There we go. And I had an issue with the water not flowing all the way down and had to fix it. Yeah, we ran into some issues. And that might knock out my torch. Nope, stopped. So we can check and make sure all the water is flowing to the top of these signs, which it is. That is good. We don't have any problems like we did last time. So we'll place, actually that needs to be stone brick, and then that. Perfect. And we can punch out the torch if we can actually, nope, come on. Issues with water. And I don't have any more blocks, so we'll just fill that in. Perfect. Now we need to go and knock out all of these slabs that we placed, and this is going to be a little more tricky, as I can't reach everything from a surface when sitting on it. And I put a temporary chest here just for now, so we're going to have quite the backlog of kelp once we get our furnace area set up. So, and it's dark again. Why is that not going in the hopper? Why am I not picking it up? Maybe it's already been picked up. I've been having a few issues like that with stuff just sitting there. So there's nothing. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No, I want my beef back. There we go. Had a few issues with things sitting out that aren't sitting out. So Bedrock. Love Bedrock. It's so buggy. Alrighty, guys. Been a bit between clips, but I got this all hooked up. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but we do have it smelting kelp, and I've made enough to where I can start putting dried kelp blocks as my fuel source in each one of these. Now I want to put a lever on here so at times I can turn these, or turn the hopper below off and just collect the XP. Got a composter at the end taking the excess kelp and turning it into bone meal, as we are completely stocked up right now. Eventually this will move depending on how many smokers I need. I think this farm will actually sustain 5 smokers at the time. And these shulker boxes are merely just our excess kelp getting thrown into the system. And that shulker box went here. Oh. Anyway, as you can see, I got the farm connected up to an item elevator. We're getting an excess amount of kelp right now. Eventually this should catch up. If it doesn't, we'll add another smoker in and get more dried kelp. I like the bone meal, but this farm is more for XP for me to repair tools. So here's where our little mishaps happened while we were building the farm. We do need to get some sand out here, and we'll just cover it up. It's no big deal. It'll look nice, naturally generated. Need a piece of sand here, as this is the jog in the item elevator. And I had to jog it just for the redstone, where I had my original plans for the item elevator, and I just ruined my redstone. Wasn't going to quite work out, because I needed this little clock system here. So we'll move this over by 1. And we'll fix that. Yeah, we can move this over by 1, dig this out. And then we'll fill this back in. This way we can put our redstone back. So fill that out. We'll punch the cobblestone out that I'm standing on. And now we should be good. Perfect. And those items, well, they should be in the dropper, and they shouldn't have gone anywhere. Yeah, there's my piece of cobblestone. So now we can hook these 2 pieces of dust up, and we can poke our head into the farm. Now, it did get dark. I know it's dark down here. Need some light. That's the wrong block. We kind of showed this at the end of the last clip. Am I actually going to collect that? I did. Nice. It's all done. All nice. I do have a center path that eventually we will hook a little drop chute to, so we can come down here and look at the farm, see if any maintenance is required, see if any funny business is going on with the water sources. I don't know. But that's the farm complete. And it's dark again. There we go. We got a little night vision. We'll just close this up for now. Like I said, I'm not going to come in here to where the item elevator is. I'm going to dig a hole down somewhere to get to the farm. And then we'll place sand, and I'm being attacked. And I don't have my sword. Come on. Quit. Get my sword. Urgh. I am so tired of you. They haven't been too bad, but I have gone around and lit up caves and stuff like that, so that's really the only spawning problem that we're having is drowned, and they spawn around the base quite frequently. So we'll come out here probably after I end the episode and fill the rest of the sand in. I'm actually just going to grab a little bit to put in my inventory so I don't forget. Like to clean as I go. Wrong barrel. That should be plenty. Anyway, I'm going to let this thing run for a while, and we're going to try to get the excess of kelp taken care of. This shulker box should just be about empty. Yep. Perfect. Almost empty. And then we shouldn't have a stack up on that hopper anymore once this thing catches up. We do have the composter at the end trying to take the excess and just turn it into bone meal. Oh, I got a few things that still need to happen. We need to maybe pretty this up. I did center the center smoker on the center of this little wing, which is really nice. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I've been really, really busy today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next one.